Hi, hello. This is going to be shocking for many of you to hear, but did you know that Black people are not the only race to have historically experienced slavery?
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. Did I say I appreciate you guys so much? Thank you for coming back. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you, okay? Like, Anyway, so let's get to today's video. So today's video is about an Asian woman that was trying to educate people, trying to tell people that, you know what, Black people were not the only people that were slave, that everybody, every race kind of were involved in the slave thing, that it was a thing back then in the days that involved around civilization. And that just got a lot of people talking, and it is a very interesting conversation. Just go ahead and hear what this lady said.
Hi, hello. This is going to be shocking for many of you to hear, but did you know that Black people are not the only race to have historically experienced slavery? I know this is shocking, but pretty much every civilization in the history of mankind, at some point, their ancestry owned slaves. Because slavery was a worldwide human rights issue for a very, very long time, for many centuries. So it doesn't matter if you're white, Black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. Very likely at some point, your ancestry down the line owned slaves. Doesn't make it right, but that was just the way of the world for a very, very long time. So all these comments like, you're not Black, you can't speak about slavery. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. Slavery was a human rights issue across the world, across all races and all civilizations for a long time. And the United States was one of the first countries to abolish it very quickly and efficiently. So all the comments about being a non-Black person, you can't speak about slavery, every single civilization has experienced slavery at some point.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, that's the woman. So that's the same woman in that viral video that was saying that, oh, abortion in the US is worse than slavery in the US. If you haven't heard that video, let me know if you want me to do a video about that video down in the comment section. So anyway, the woman went on to say that, and both the Black folks, the Asian folks, and even the white folks had a lot to say. So let's go and hear what our Asian folks and some couple of white people have to say before we get to the Black people, because that was
Let me preface this by saying I'm not an educator, I'm an asshole. And I didn't stitch that woman's video only because I refuse to give a bitch with concubine energy any traction on her sorry ass platform. She points out that Black people weren't the only enslaved people in the world. Okay, we fucking know that. But what she fails to mention is the fact that chattel slavery of the enslaved Africans is what directly affects us today in America, which is the reason why we focus and talk about it. Because of the enslavement of Africans, our system of government and our infrastructure is racist and based off of white supremacy. But this daughter of a fourth fucking wife wants to do oppression Olympics with our Black brothers and sisters. She could have used her platform to uplift the voices of Asian peoples, but no, she wanted to knock down Black and brown people. Bitch, if you want to marry Mitch McConnell so bad, just fucking say that. So to my Asian brothers and sisters and thems, please stop stitching her video. Please stop giving her this bitch fucking traction, because that's what she wants. She's the pick-me of fucking Asians. We need to battle our oppression as Asian peoples in solidarity with Black, Indigenous, and other people of color.
No, not even close. I'm not an educator, but I learn. Let me try to explain really quickly. The first country to abolish slavery is Haiti during the Haitian Revolution. In addition to abolition, the significance of the revolution is the independence of Haiti, the very first freed Black nation. It's really important to note here that freedom was not given to the Haitians. It was a fully self-liberated political revolution. The US abolished the legal Atlantic slave trade in 1808, 1 year after the UK, but illegal slave trading in the Atlantic continued through the 1860s. Slave owners used breeding farms to coerce enslaved people to reproduce and to get more enslaved labor for free. Slavery was not abolished until 1865. And the US was the second to the last to abolish slavery in the Americas, with Brazil being the last in 1888. Abolition didn't deliver equality. Violence against Black Americans persists. Let's educate ourselves.
Okay, I'ma have to stop you there. The fact that you did not include Romani or Latino or indigenous people or any kind of other groups of people, any other ethnic groups or races that have experienced racism, I already know damn well that you are not worried about slavery. You don't give two damns about slavery. The entire point of that video was to downplay the historical abuse against African Americans and black people all around the world. You making that the entire point of the video, I just know. That's like saying get over it to the people who are still suffering from the historical trauma from today being over policed, their culture still being rooted in slavery because they had to survive and they had made their own culture and now they're thriving. Black people are, and so many other ethnicities, but you're not mentioning them. You're not mentioning any other ethnic group, but specifically black people. We get it. You don't care about black people. You don't actually care about slavery. You just want to keep them silenced.
Imagine justifying slavery. Hi, I'm Eileen and I summarize books. This time I'm summarizing A People's History of the United States. So yes, while there were slaves in other countries, even in Africa, they were more like indentured servants. And unlike slavery under white people, they had rights. They could marry, own property, and even become heirs to their master. And African slavery lacked two elements that made the US the most cruel in history. One, the frenzy for limitless profit under capitalism, and two, the reduction of slaves to less than human status, with relentless clarity based on color, basically saying white is right and black is evil. Slavery started in the US in 1619 and technically ended in 1865. The elites and plantation owners were making bank, and they often worked in politics, and they would not let their profits slip away like that. But how do we enslave without enslaving? Which brings me to my next book, The New Jim Crow. So while the US represents 4.2 of the world's population, we house 20% of the world's prisoners, and blacks are incarcerated 5 times more than whites. And as you can see by this date, this is an ongoing issue. So while it's not what you would consider traditional slavery, if we didn't send people to jail and pay them 10 cents an hour, these privatized prisons wouldn't make billions of dollars per year. Our systems and government would collapse. So what was it you were saying about the US being the first to abolish slavery quickly and efficiently?
I really like that your response was very educational, because that means that they've done their research, they've read their books, so they know history, unlike her that was just coming to talk based on whatever she thought our society thought are, or what our opinions are, without fact checking what she thinks. So I really like that there was a lot of like they knew their history. Okay, so anyway guys, let's go hear what the Blackfoot has to say, because yes, she was referring to black people, black slavery in the US. And so okay,
Only race to have historically experienced slavery.
So for starters, you're the one who said on American soil. You're the one who specified America. I need us to stop pretending like chattel slavery was just what was going on everywhere, because it was not. Even in countries in Africa, they did not have it where people were property and to be used however the owner saw fit. It's almost like we continuously forget Americans ate us. Did y'all see that video with the girl in the chair where there was black people's hair in the chair because they used to use our hair as stuffing for furniture? Or even the origin of picnic, where y'all would gather around and eat food and celebrate while we were being lynched. So let's not do that. Let's not do that, because it's not accurate. And if it's not accurate, it doesn't need to be said, especially not said as if it's truth, because it's not.
Hi. Usually I make really cutesy videos because I'm hot and it's fun, but this pissed me off, and this is also not correct. So the slavery before slavery was not chattel slavery. American slavery was chattel slavery, which basically means you're a slave from birth to death, right? It's not, oh, we won a war, so you're gonna be a slave for this many years as a punishment. No, slavery was a state of being, and that was something that African Americans experienced. Now, before you speak on the internet, read a book.
So many non-black people of color who just hate black people with a passion because they think that white people are going to see them as equal. It doesn't work. Every time I see people who are Asian, Native American, Hispanic, and they come here and they're like, oh, but at least we're not black. And then white people treat them like absolute garbage. They're shocked. What did we do to everyone else? What did black people do? Please tell me a point in history that we just somehow went against everybody else and made their lives living hell. Tell me right now.
Whenever descendants of colonizers and slave owners discuss slavery, they always do it in willful ignorance. And you notice they never include the word chattel. Have white people ever been enslaved in history? Yes. Have white people ever been seen as chattel slavery? No. You didn't meet the qualifications. You couldn't get in the club. It was based on skin color. Africans and some indigenous people. But white people were never seen as property or animals in the way in which those of chattel slavery was. It's like at some point in time, you have to stop choosing stupidity. You have to want more for yourselves. The information is out there.
All that being said, that just shows that the woman, like I said before, she doesn't read a book, she doesn't know our history, she doesn't do our research. And I feel like she's more of like pick me, pick me. Like I feel like she's trying to get attention from certain people, and I feel like she knows that this type of comment too is going to trigger black people, and I feel like she's really capitalizing on it. And I agree with that Asian lady that was saying that maybe these people, even if we have to react to these people, maybe we should stop tagging them like how she did it. Like she literally took the video and didn't tag her, didn't credit her, which is really interesting. When I heard that, I was like, oh, that's actually a way to deal with these people, because some of them, they say what they say out of cloud chasing, because they know that it's going to get a reaction from the black community, and the more reaction they get from the black community, the profit of it. Okay, so for me, like, she doesn't know what she's talking about, she has no idea of what she's talking about. Anyway guys, let me know your thought about this video down in the comment section. I would love to read from you and know your thought on this topic and what you think about it generally. Please, if you haven't subscribed, or if you've subscribed and you're not getting my notification, because I did a poll, I know, yeah, I have to put this one, I did a poll where I asked and some of you said you were not getting my notification. Please, 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 and this is really affecting my view. We're almost at 10,500 and yet not even 10% of you guys see my video. So please, if you're coming across this video, please go ahead and unsubscribe and subscribe again and click the bell, the notification bell, so you get notification once I upload. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you guys so, so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway guys, see you guys in my next video. Deuces.